Today we want to do an assembly video on our O308424, which is essentially our oven pantry. There's a couple things that we want to just touch on today. We want to make sure that we have all the correct tools. So we will need the drill, rubber mallet, and nail gun. Guys, let's remember safety is first. So we want to remember to use our safety goggles while using this nail gun. We have already unwrapped the box, so let's just get right into our assembly part of this video. All right, guys, so what we're going to do to start is go ahead and put down the frame of the O308424, the oven pantry. We're going to put the frame face down, and then from there we're going to distribute the L brackets. We're going to make sure that the back of that L bracket is going to face the groove of the cabinet frame, so that when we go ahead and install the sidewalls and the bottom and top of the cabinet, everything will fit right. All right, guys, just after the L brackets are installed, we want to make sure that the top of the pantry is going to be flush with the frame, so that all of the grooves do match up for the top, the bottom, and the middle shelves. All right, guys, just as soon as we get that first one done, we will jump over and do the same thing to the second one. Let's make sure we're flush at the top of the panel, and so that we will line up in those grooves for, again, the top, bottom, and middle portions. So after the side panels are finished, we will then start at the bottom of the oven pantry. This will be the base. So then we will connect that last L bracket to the bottom of the bottom panel. After the bottom panel, we will go to the middle part of the oven pantry, which is going to be considered the shelf. Make sure it all lines up in the groove. Again, at the top of the pantry, that is what is most important, going flush, so all of this will go in nice and smooth. Just after that middle one is done, we're going to grab the top part of this oven pantry, and that will complete the inside of the pantry cabinet. All right, so just after we get done putting in the top part of the pantry, we will then start putting on the back. Again, this is all about being flush so that our everything lines up, so that the back panel will fit on smoothly as possible, just like everything else. All right, guys, so Edgar just finished nailing all the way around the back of the pantry. So now we're going to go ahead and grab the black sheetrock-like screws and go ahead and screw them to the back panel. All right, guys, so the next thing after we get done with the back panel is going to be the toe kick. The toe kick, let's remember, on both sides, let's stay flush, just like we have through the whole entire project so far. Being flush is the answer to everything. Also, being flush allows us to be able to put an OCM, which is an outside corner molding, or SMH, which is some shoe molding, or anything like that, which we want to be able to use later as a decorative piece. If it is not wall-to-wall, you have an open-end cabinet, then we are able to use it as a decorative piece at the end of the cabinet. All right, guys, so right now we are installing the fasteners for the railings. And they do have a way for you to be able to, they do have a way for you to be able to adjust the drawer so that the face of the drawer does become square and flat to the frame. In order to get it flat to the frame, you just move it left to right. And left to right will allow if the wall is out of square or is no longer plumb, if you have a pipe or something sticking out from the wall. Once you line the two lines up from the fastener, you can then actually even screw it into place so that later, when you are moving the drawers in and out, it does not become unsquare from the face of the cabinet. All right, guys, after the railing slides are in, we're going to go ahead and start by assembling the doors and then getting them connected to the frame of the cabinet. Again, we're going to be using the tapered screws so that the edge of the screw does not stick out past the hinge, and scratch the cabinet from there. We want it to sit nice and flush. All right, the next thing we're going to do is going ahead and grab the pan style screw and connect it to the face of the frame. We will be going straight from the side of the hinge into the frame of the cabinet. There will be two different styles of this pan screw. Make sure it is the longer one. Should be roughly about 1 inch long. We will be doing the exact same thing to the opposite side so that both of them will close evenly from there. All right, guys, so the next step after getting everything put back together and standing the cabinet up, we want to go ahead and put the drawers together. Everything is going to be dovetail construction, and we want to make sure that we use the rubber mallet, put everything together, and also use the nails, because when we putting the drawers in and out a lot like that, it's going to cause that dovetail to come apart, and we want to make sure that those nails is what causes the dovetail to stay together. And just for the convenience of the video, we went ahead and assembled 2 of the drawers. All right, now that all the drawers are complete, we're going to go ahead and put the fasteners underneath the drawers, and these fasteners is exactly what causes the rail to connect to the drawer so that it will go back and forth smooth. And then one of the last steps that we will have is going to be grabbing the railings and connecting them to the fasteners to the back, and then grabbing the tapered style screw again, and then going ahead and fastening it to the frame just like we do the hinges. All right, now we're going to go ahead and install the drawers. Now that the railings are all done, all right, guys, so the very last step in the 030-8424, the oven pantry, is going to be the 1x2, which is going to be at your discretion. It's going to come with a 3/4 board shelf, which is going to be the platform where your oven is going to go. But it is going to have to be custom cut according to the dimensions of your oven. You also have the option of cutting it down and making it into a microwave and oven combo. But for this particular one, we're going to talk about the oven. So the 1x2s go right down the sides. They will come with the screws. This should be the black sheetrock style screws that will then go from the pre-drilled into the side of the cabinet. And then from there, you will be able to put the 3/4 board on top of the 1x2s and then nail it all the way around. All right, guys, this is going to conclude our video on our 030-8424, the oven pantry. We really hope this helped you guys.